Hey guys, I'm Gent on occasion, and today, well, you've seen the thumbnail. I'm doing Genestealers. That's the plan. Well, I don't know what the thumbnail looks like yet, or what the title will be, but anyway, we're doing Genestealers. Genestealers are the thing we're doing. I have a Genestealer cult army, right, on tabletop, which I really enjoy. I was really hoping that would be in the game by now. It still isn't, but they finally added Genestealers. So we're going to be playing as the Tyranids, so we can just play as them. I have got it on very fast game pace. Right, we're going medium difficulty, but these guys are all on a team, so it's 1 versus 3, which I've never done before. All DLCs are on, and I've changed some things around. So resource upkeep is going to be very low, so we're going to be able to field a lot of things. Costs are very low, so everyone's going to be fielding a lot of things. Growth is medium, but research costs very high. Very high, which means we'll be sort of in the same like tech tier for longer, basically. So we'll have a lot more units in whatever tier we happen to be in. I've still got the maximum tier is 10. It takes 3 technologies. I think we usually have it on 2, so it'll take even longer to go from tier to tier. And to make up for that, we have tier 2 already researched, so that way we already have access to Genestealers. So I think this will be quite a fun experiment. It might go horribly wrong because it is 1 against 3. I have no idea if I can be able to fight 3 armies that are just going to be churning out units. I mean, any guardsman would be able to kill in 1 hit. But I need to get to them and attack them, right? The retaliation's going to be quite difficult. They just have that density of fire between all these things. But Genestealers can absolutely tear through most of what we'll be up against, at least early. Then it's going to get really tricky, and I'm going to insist on still having, majority Genestealers in our army. I might just accent it with the odd monster. I'm not going to get any. I don't think I'm going to get any Tyranid warriors. Flyers will be a problem. We'll have to come up with something for that. So this isn't like a full challenge mode. This is just me wanting to get the most out of just Genestealers, and I want to see how it goes. And yeah, 1v3, I think it's going to be really interesting. We haven't done that before. Even if the difficulty is lower. Sorry, my cat's got the zoomies. He just darted into my studio and ran out again. So, I think he's excited for the series. I hope you guys are. Let's do it.
In its isolation, Gladius Prime was an ideal research location. Here, the Adeptus Mechanicus Majus Biologus analyzed one of the greatest threats to the Imperium: the Tyranids. The defeat of High Fleet Kraken at Fagundia showed that science could defeat the horrors. The colony, Guard Outpost, and Space Marine Chapter were unwitting insurance. Defenses, in case the Tyranids ever escaped. When the day came, they weren't enough. Nothing was enough.
Alright, so that will give us a bit more influence and biomass. Influence and biomass, just lots of influence. I mean, this is all pretty good. These are all pretty good places for us to be nearby. I would have liked, what are they called? Those, the space cows. Space cows. Space cows. So we're in the top right of the map. I don't know whether to explore north a little. I should a little, because there is another node there we should grab. There's also one down here. But yeah, having space cows nearby would have been great, but it doesn't look like we're going to be that lucky. Because they up growth, and if we could have our cities grow really quickly, well, that would be good, because that way they'd grow quickly. I know, it's not complicated, but it's very good. So we'll go ahead and grab that. So we are going to be building lots of cities, hopefully. And first thing we're going to do, though, this one, infantry. We're just going to go in with infantry building straight away and start churning out Genestealers, which will be really fun. I can't wait. Also for research, You can see we have the first 2 lot done, so we can get population limit buildings already. We can get heroes. We are going to get some heroes, probably, I would imagine. Loyalty might be a good idea. Cheaper influence cost of production buildings is quite nice, too. I quite like that. I quite like that. Okay, that'll do. But yeah, the loyalty one I think will be... you know what, it's going to take a hell of a long time. Let's start with the loyalty one. Because if I do want to get a bunch of extra cities, we're going to need the extra loyalty, or else it's just going to be a hindrance to us. So, let's crack on. Or Kraken. High Fleet Kraken. It's a Tyranid joke. You're welcome. You are welcome. Also, if I feel like my voice is a bit scratchy today, it's because my voice is a bit scratchy today. But frankly, it's been over a month since I posted a single bloody episode of something. So I just want to start recording again, frankly. I had the flu, and then it was Christmas, and then I had the flu again, and then I was just exhausted. So these things happen. Anyway, with the Astra Militarum as Tech Priest Liaison, to investigate the Circle Varnak facility on Gladius Prime, that is. You know what? We've already done all of the missions in another, more straightforward Tyranid campaign, so I think if you want to see the story, go do that. Go do that yourself. We're not going to be doing this story stuff at all, unless I decide that we're at a stalemate and we have to. And we're not going to bother, alright? This is just a conquest game. We are going all in on conquest in this one. I think that's going to be the most fun. We just want to devour the planet and call it a day. That'll be our plan. So there are some neophyte hybrids. So, you know, technically, there are some Genestealer cults. But these are the wrong ones. They're not mine. Okay, they're getting pretty beaten up pretty quickly. I do not like all these cultists. You know, we have to retreat those right back. That's disappointing. That is disappointing to get so bullied so quickly. He's going to be annoying too, isn't he? Although I don't think it'll be as bad. Well, they're about to shoot us there. But we got the cover. Ooh, you know, that's actually quite a lot of damage. Not happy about this. This is why we need Genestealer. Is that too many? No such thing. Let's grab that first. I might have to leave this get taken, to be honest. So we can try and do something. We also discovered some poxwalkers as well. That's frustrating too. And there is something else over there. What is this? That's ore, I think. Alright, you're just going to retreat. So disappointing. Yeah, you attack them. We'll just start weakening what we can. It's not going to take long for Genestealers to be spat out. Only a couple of turns. So we should be able to start just devouring everything pretty quickly. Genestealers, I think, can take out pretty much any of these units in one hit. Actually, I think like poxwalkers take a couple of attacks. So Genestealers are also really nice in that I don't think... Ooh, maybe they are actually. I'm not sure. Are they synapse creatures? I'm not sure they have to worry about their sort of morale going down if there's not a synapse creature nearby. I don't think so. But I might just be thinking of... you know, because they are supposed to be the vanguard, right? So they should be able to act on their own. But I'm not sure if that's the case in a Tyranid army, when I think about it. But that's okay. We'll find out. I mean, just a little bit of food bonus, I think wouldn't go amiss there. Upkeep, we do have reduced, so these only cost 1 food for upkeep. I think they usually cost a couple, but we'll see. You know, this is very experimental. This is a weird campaign. I just wanted to use Genestealers, you know, in a big way, and I wanted to figure out how to do it. And this is what I'm stuck with. You know, this is what I've got. Whether it makes any sense at all, we'll find out. But I am definitely excited to play this. This sort of weird version of the game that I've devised. I do love that about Gladius, though. You really can play about with the settings a lot and make some pretty strange game modes for yourself. So growth is on medium, so this is going to go pretty normal speed. We are going to need thropes, because I want to get more settlements, like straight away. And we are going to need heroes. And At that point, maybe it is worth putting a population limit as well. But we do have the 5% extra food there, which I should probably be taking advantage of. It's not much, but yeah, that's fine. We can take other territory pretty soon anyway. So that's okay. And this stuff does build quickly. So research and growth are slow. So actually, this is going to be really interesting, because usually I can't react very quickly to population growth. But also it means that we'll be building things so much quicker than our growth is. So we've got a mismatch here, which I think is interesting, which we've never had before. Usually I'm having to try, like those two things are going kind of in lockstep. Usually I'm having to build a building to build buildings quicker. And I might not even need that. I might not even need that because of the game speed. So yeah, it's going to be weird. It's going to be a weird one. I'm interested to see how it's going to go. And okay, we have 2 units of Genestealers now, which are awesome. Love that. Love that for us. And yeah, we'll start taking more nodes over. I do need to explore over here. I think that might be water, and the rest might be water, but I do need to check. Oh, I can check with you. Yeah, okay, that's water. We don't need to worry about it then. We don't need to worry. Actually, no, I'll just have the Genestealer do it. It'll be quicker. That's fine. You sit tight. And our city is not doing anything. We can get a Malanthrope. Alright, so the Malanthrope, we can also spend influence to devour the tiles, which we will do at some point, but I think first off we're going to want to build another city somewhere. Over here, maybe? But the quicker we can get more cities up, the better. Because with the quick production, I kind of need to have multiple cities making Genestealers 1 per turn. That's what I need. I can also get a Tyranid Prime or a Tervagon. So Tervagons spitting out Termagants, not really what I want to do. Tyranid Prime, though, sounds good. They do boost allied Tyranid warriors, which I'm not using. I just need a Hive Tyrant, don't I? I just need a Hive Tyrant. That'll be my thing that destroys all enemy flyers. I think that's probably how I'm going to do this, isn't it? Probably. I'm going to need to research that. It's going to take weeks. Let's go ahead and get another 3 building tile. So the thing that is really going to slow us down as well is we're going to end up with all of the tiles filled quite quickly. Tile acquisition is going to be really difficult. Because, yeah, we're just... Oh, research gained when enemies die around the Malanthrope. That is going to give us a big advantage over our enemies, actually. If we can go ahead and do that. Is that the one? No, that reduces cost of founding cities. That's the building. There we go. Ripper dispersion is what we need. So the tile acquisition radius at tier 4. We need to do 3 of these before we can get to that. They take 9 turns each. Yeah, research is going to really slow us down, which means we can have lots of time to fill the map with. Oh, nice. Yeah, okay. Killed in 1. Amazing. And that's... Oh, Chaos Cultists. That's not Poxwalkers. My bad. But that's still amazing. Yeah, I'm going to have you chase. Very nice. Very nice. Loving this. Loving this. Okay. Is that all good? I think that's all good. Alright, they are dealt with. You're probably going to have to retreat back. You can grab this one next. I'm not sure what this is. I can't see who's there. Might be a shard of Vul or something. Or is that the shard? No, that's the ruins of Vul. Yeah, I think it might be a shard of Vul. They tend to sit closer to the ground. Like a dwarf. Let's get... Yeah, you lot, you can sit tight. You can sit tight. Now, over here, yeah, we're building what we need to build. All fine, really. We need more population than we have to actually sit in those buildings, which is a problem, but that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Sort of. Yes, that mismatch. So we really need to find a... God, what are they called? I can't remember what they're bloody called. It's at the tip of my tongue. Yeah, those space cows. They give like a plus 20% bonus to growth in cities that link it. Yeah, just as a reminder, right? The numbers that show up. So obviously our only resources as Tyranids is biomass, research, and influence. Here you can see the influence, that plus 20% in yellow. If it's yellow, that's a bonus that is conferred to the owning city. So you don't get plus 20% anything unless that is part of a city. So that's what that is. If you just take over that node, then you get the 2 influence that's listed there. Every tile also lists biomass, but that's not a per turn thing, even though it doesn't actually specify on that tile that that's not a per turn thing, and the other thing is that's just how much food there is if you devour the tile, right? That's how much biomass there is on the tile. So some places, like here, actually lists biomass twice. So you're getting 1 per turn, and then 10 for eating the tile. It's all listed. You can't tell the difference between them. It's very silly. So yeah, this is giving us plus 5% biomass and plus 10% influence for this city. So just a reminder of how that works, for those who were wondering. And yeah, you just go hold that again. You can head down this way. There's a lot going on over here currently. I can't move you guys. Okay, next turn I'm going to move them into the Fog of War so they can move over. Genestealers don't seem to be affected by terrain in any way. Also, enemies can't overwatch, which is really going to help us. And yeah, they can move through cover, negates movement penalty in forests and imperial ruins, which is very, very cool. Very cool. Oh, and they also have override instinctive behavior, which I think is just generally for... I don't think we're just being granted that for now. I think we have that forever, don't we? Oh, no, we don't. Okay, so their morale can get wrecked. Okay, so they can lose their morale if they don't have a synapse creature nearby, it seems. I think his is being overridden because he's in an outpost. Does that do that? I don't know if that's what happens, but maybe, possibly. I don't know. It's been a while since I played Tyranids, but anyway, we'll work it out. Should we go up this way? I mean, that desert or the volcanic area, none of these feel like a great spot to just sort of like devour. You know what I mean? But yeah, let's send you up this way, I suppose. Okay, now, yeah, we do want another one. We want these pretty continuously being churned out, I think. They only cost food, which we have plenty of, so yeah, that's fine. We are going to need to get another infantry recruitment building, though. So I think we'll do that next, so we can guarantee a Genestealer every turn, which might seem excessive, but we're against 3 factions, so we really do need to be churning out units. It's not a problem. We can steal their genes straight away. Oh, there's also the Psychonumine. These are a problem. These are a big problem. They fly. So we can't attack them with our Genestealers. Our Genestealers can't attack them. So, I mean, Genestealers do have a weakness, for sure. For sure. Okay, you run into there, and that's not really as good as I would have liked. Oh god, are you flying too? No, these guys don't count as flying. They count as a skimmer. So you still get to attack them. If we can grab that old one artifact straight out the gate, that's amazing. Also, if there's an old one artifact here, it kind of makes me think that the sort of no man's land is around here, which might provide us cover against whatever faction is starting in that corner. So if we can just push down this way, we might be safer. Or if we're able to just wipe out all of the neutral stuff around here really quickly, we can get a bunch of artifacts, which gives us a big advantage over our enemies. But yeah, those enslavers are scary. They are scary boys. Now, let's see here. You sit tight for now. Thank you. This Malanthrope is on his way over here. Over to here, maybe? Don't really know where I want him. You know? I'm not really sure. We'll see. Yeah, you sit tight as well. Yeah, I need another Genestealer over in that direction, I think. Next turn. Next turn we can get one over here to sort out that area. So now... Yeah, more infantry recruitment, please. And do I want to do a bit of research as well? It is tempting, isn't it? Let's do this and do food. Not food, actually. Change my mind. This one... No. The Thropes one does generate research as well as put up production. That might be worthwhile, but I don't think we need a Thrope every turn, do we? I mean, biomass, obviously very useful. Obviously very handy. But I am tempted to get a research building out there just to speed this up a little bit. So we can get them all like support buildings, you know, things like acquisition radius, stuff like that. You know? Still be sticking with Genestealers for the most part, though. But I want to research the Hive Tyrant. I think that would be great. Can't grab that. I need them to come onto land so I can attack them. Because I can attack them if they're in a tile that I can move into. They're not flying, so as long as they're on a tile that the Genestealer can walk on, I can attack them. But that's no guarantee, annoyingly. No guarantee. Alright, you head over this way, please. Let's run all the way down here. Perfect. So the Psycho Nuine. I can do very little damage to them. Yeah, I need a Hive Tyrant. I need a Hive Tyrant. Is that slight overkill? Yeah. Why would I not want to kill it overly? Come on. Come on, be sensible. Yeah, if I can get these guys, like all three of them, in the south, I can probably take it out. These things don't respawn, do they? No, I don't think they do. I don't think they do. I don't think there is a Psycho Nui nest or anything. So yeah, you guys all return to our base. I could also create a base down here. This would be a nice research area, actually. Wouldn't it? And a lot of these are like 3 tiles. 3 building slots, so I could just rely on buildings there. But it's not the best thing in the world, is it? Alright, you keep healing where you are. I need to hold this, ideally. Which is frustrating. Can you attack flyers? No, doesn't seem like it. Does not seem like it. I mean, it says building up here might be nice. And it is quite far away from everything else, so I think maybe I will build up here. I can get bonus research there too. Yeah, screw it. Let's go with city number 2. Is that a little quick? Absolutely. Brood nest. Yay! And then we can grab that, and maybe I'll focus on research with this one. Cool. Okay, love that. This city needs to do things. Let's get into the Malanthrope. Excellent. And yeah, resources looking pretty good. And, okay, 2 more turns. That's going to fill up. How long before we get another population? I'm sure it says somewhere, doesn't it? Okay, well, I don't know where it says. I've lost that. It's fallen out my mind. So these guys are going to get killed pretty quickly. I think I'll double back and just finish them off. Okay, we have our Coherence node for the extra loyalty, which is really nice. An Imperial Scholar might make an analogy between a Coherence node and something like a radio tower, and certainly its orchid ear appearance fits. But it doesn't transmit, but receives. The node's folded surfaces track the locations of the hive mind's creatures for the most efficient deployment of its synapses, to prevent the hive swarms falling into anarchy and chaos. Naturally. Right, let's get... yeah, let's wipe you guys out. And... oh yeah, see, look, Poxwalker's taking a couple of hits. We can grab that, but I'm not sure what good that would do. I'm going to attack here first, knowing I can basically kill them with the... you know, without building. You can head south as well. You can head further south. There are some enslavers. I think that's some recaf leaf. Good. Grox. Grox pastures. That's what I was thinking of. That's the space cows, the Grox. Are there any Grox? Is that a Grox? Nope. Well, actually, no, those are just, they're just the little orcoid mushrooms. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe there's something good there. Alright. And yeah, him building a city down here would also be nice. So that's pretty cool. So, cities need ordering. More Genestealers, please. Thank you. How about you? One more turn and we can start getting Genestealers there too. Excellent. Let's put... I think we'll put you to sleep for now. And that'll do. Research. Hive Tyrant. Yeah, let's get the Hive Tyrant. Increase research gained from enemies dying in the area of the Malanthrope is pretty wild as well, though, to be honest. We could probably get a lot of those before long. But yeah, let's get the Hive Tyrants. Only take 4 turns, actually. You know what? That's not as slow as I thought it would be. I'm a little worried that our enemies are going to tech up a lot quicker than I was expecting. And, okay, those are some very injured Kroot Hounds. The only way they could be that injured is if there's some Space Marines or Imperial Guard down here. Okay, our 3rd city? Again, is that too quick? Maybe. Maybe it is. Because, yeah, loyalty sucks right now. Real bad. It can take a couple turns each, which is fine. So that's still claiming territory. These, I think we're still getting in a single turn. Oh, actually, these take 9 production, and we're getting 8 production there. So, yeah, loyalty has just slipped us below the 1 per turn mark. But that does mean we're getting 8 every 9 turns, essentially, right? So that's still pretty good. That's still pretty damn good. But I do want that to be a little better. So at some point, I can reclaim units as well. I forgot about that. Yeah, we're going to want this one. We want a Coherence node. Oh, we don't have the research building yet. Wow, okay, we don't even have the research building. Though, we do have a lot of extra research anyway, like broadly, because we have 3 cities. And I think just the city in general. Yeah, we get 3 research from that. Oh, and the Norn Cyst, we're getting 5. So yeah, we're getting a lot of research just from having 3 cities. It's not too bad, is it? Not too bad. Alright, let's go and grab that, I guess. And then I'll build the loyalty buildings. Cool. And for you, we need you to build something too. I'm going to go with the Brood Nest. I might need to get gargoyles. You know, I might need to just say, yeah, gargoyles are fine. Just so we have something in the air. Yeah, that we can recruit in a hurry. Because I do need to kill things like this. I mean, we'll have a Hive Tyrant soon, I suppose. Won't be long. Yeah, we've got more Genestealers. Which way do I want to send you? I think south, because I think there will be some guardsmen down here. I kind of hope that it's not guardsmen. And that it's Space Marines. If we can get rid of the Space Marines early, that would be great. I'm going to get really worried about them when they start fielding Terminators and things that can sort of fight back. That's going to be real scary. Right, we're going to wipe them out. I really need to take this. I'm going to have to stand next to it forever, though. And I'm never going to be able to retaliate with Genestealers if they're stood on this tile. This is like the worst possible place for an Old One artifact to be. Because the Enslavers are about to just sit there and do what they like. Forever, which is annoying. You can just attack me every turn, I think. Okay. Who hasn't moved? You've not moved? I think that's fine. I think that is just how it has to be. Now, how are you lot doing? No. These lot. They're still healing. We have another Malanthrope, which I am going to send south to start harvesting some research for us. I think. So yeah, if I do gargoyles instead from here for now, just so I have a little group of them that can hunt down those enslavers. They're probably going to get mind controlled and be a real pain. Going to get really annoying real quick. Do I need another Malanthrope? Yes. I want one down here collecting research, and I want one up here getting research. Also, I do need to eat some of these tiles. It'll cost influence to do that, but it will keep our food nice and high. Our biomass is pretty huge already. We're getting a lot just from having so many cities. Okay, Cybernetica Datasmith. Oh, and there's a little robot. So yeah, they're this is definitely no man's land. I'm going to let that be a buffer for us, I think. Eventually, stuff will just get spat out here in a big way, but with 3 cities, we can spit out units in kind pretty quickly, I think. So yeah, those enslavers, I think maybe they won't want to mess with us, you know? Maybe. Oh, there's cliffs here, so they can't attack. They're a skimmer. So they'd have to come onto land. So we're safe. We can actually loiter there. I think I will just loiter. As annoying as that is, just to be, you know, sat around doing nothing. Okay, and there's more territory here. No more nodes, though. And then we have more Genestealers, of course. Naturally. And it's going to take a little while before getting more Gargoyles. They are nice and quick, though, so they'll be able to, like, explore this area as well. It would actually be pretty fun to, like, feed into the sort of... in fact, we do have subterranean assault as well. Oh, that's only if a Trigon's created a brood hive. I was thinking they had something like that anyway. They don't, sorry. It's just they're infiltration units, Genestealers. You know? So, I was thinking that the Gargoyles would match that as well, just having two very mobile types of units that can get into, like, annoying places. I think that could be pretty funny. Could be quite exciting. Alright, more enslavers. That more recaf. Okay, 2 lots of recaf leaf. Fine. I mean, that will put up loyalty by 20%. So, getting a city by each of those would be really good, just to keep loyalty up. Not a bad idea at all, actually. 5 cities? Is that too many? Nah, perfect amount. So, you're just going to have to sit tight, aren't you? Very annoying that I can't deal with them. And yet you keep trying to follow. I mean, a little slow catching up to them, but with terrain blocking line of sight, these guys aren't going to be able to move. As, oh, well, I'd say they're not going to be able to move as far as they otherwise would. But I guess that's not quite true. So it's like, turns out they can move pretty far anyway. Okay. How are you doing? You're doing great. You're doing great. So Gargoyles on the way, but we need to do some more building. Let's see. Okay, let's get a 3-tile one. We are getting bonus research there. So I'll grab that. And I think I'll go loyalty building, research building, infantry recruitment building. I think is how I'll do it. Might do 2 loyalty buildings straight out the gate, to be honest. Because it's going to be more difficult if we let our leadership get, our loyalty get too low. If our loyalty gets too low, it's going to slow down production more and more and more. And just correcting that is going to be more difficult because we'll struggle to build the loyalty building if our production is really low. So anyway, Hive Tyrants are the commanders of the Tyranid swarms and enact the Hive Mind's will on the field of battle. I'm really sad there's not a Genestealer Primarch. I'm really sad. It'd be really fun if there was a Genestealer Primarch that you could field as the Tyranids, but there isn't, so, you know. Though individuals display a wide variety of physical characteristics, all Hive Tyrants are fearsome hulking monsters that tower over even a dreadnought. They are brutally strong, able to shatter ferrocrete with sickening ease. Every part of such a beast's body is perfectly created to kill, even the layers of chitinous plating that protect them. A Hive Tyrant is a formidable opponent at any distance, as deadly with ranged weapons as it is with a bone sword or claw. And yeah, you can get a lot of cool abilities for it. So, Hive Tyrant. So upkeep, 4.5 influence. We could actually afford to have a couple of these, I think. I think if I queue them up... Oh no, it does adjust the cost. Okay, good. So yeah, we could afford 2, quite happily. I'll have one going that way, one going that way. Although one going that way might not make any sense. Because we're sort of not going that way, really. But fine. So the Gargoyles here will mostly be, when this guy decides to come over here, fight the Genestealers, and the Genestealers can retaliate, this will come in and make sure they can't escape, basically. I'll keep on their tail. Okay, more nonsense over here. I'm just going to leave them be. I'm just going to leave this to be a buffer. That's what I'm going to do. Now, do I go attack that? I think I do. There's another Old One artifact. Okay, that's unusual. That there's Old One artifacts in every direction. It makes me think that every direction is no man's land. Bizarre. And yet we found a Castellan robot. That's fine. Or a Castellan robot. I don't know. So the Psychonuine is going to be a problem. And yeah, I was thinking of setting up shop next to these two. I think I will. You know, I think I will. Do I just ignore him? Just sort of move past? And we still got you guys here too. Yeah, I might just have to like run past them and just attack stuff. If they get attacked, they get attacked. I think that's probably fine. We have a lot of Genestealers. You guys noticing that? Awful lot of Genestealers. It's almost like we're getting one per turn or something. Yeah, and you can head down that way too. Now, are you healed? You're not all healed. Not all healed yet. That's okay. That is okay. We are going to get more gargoyles soon. We are going to get more gargoyles. But first, I'm going to go loyalty building, research, and then infantry. That's what I chose, right, before? Probably. Probably what I chose. Probably. And for you, okay, taking over a new tile. I mean, we need a lot more population, but actually we are keeping pace with it fairly well. More than I thought we would. There we go. Found them. We found them. The hive mind was to feel hunger, but also caution. Though inside their metal shells, these creatures are the same as the smaller humans, they have proved themselves far more capable and difficult to assimilate. On planet after planet, system after system, these have thwarted the hive mind, pushed it aside from biomass, or even destroyed tendrils entirely. Caution, then. Okay, some tactical marines. Where an objective must be seized, tactical marines attack in a storm of gunfire and combat blades. But, Genestealers. Dum 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 dum. The fact that nothing can overwatch Genestealers makes them really frightening. It really does. But that is a good start. That is a good start. They're basically done. Like there's no combating us now. They've got to run away. And I like that. Feels good. Feels good. And yeah, you're not quite healed up yet, but I think that's fine. You can leave. Good. And yeah, the gargoyles are really helping against the Psycho Newbies as well. So I think we'll probably I don't know. Let's start. Let's begin. Let's begin. And we'll send these guys out to sort of be a bit of an obstacle as well. We can jump on them a bit quicker. Alright, I think that'll all have to do. You're going to have to sit tight. You're just going to have to hold position. I can't afford to lose this. Oh, what is that giving us, by the way? I didn't check. That's increased damage. Extra 10% damage is really, really good. Love that. Now, let's take over... Yeah, let's take over this one for the extra research percentage. We're getting extra percentage here, too, on that tile. So, yeah, we're getting quite a lot of research just from that Nornsist, which is really good. Increase research gained when enemies die near the Malanthrope sounds good. Reduce influence upkeep of production buildings. That's not terrible either. That helps Tyranid warriors or lictors, none of which we're bothering with. Yeah, birthing canals might be worth getting, but I think I want this first. I think I want that first. Even though the Malanthropes are really struggling to keep up with everybody. I'm finding it hard to keep up with everybody. We have so many units already. I mean, that's going to change rapidly, though, as we start fighting these chumps. Alright, alright. I see how... Okay, they got rid of one of our models. It's not too bad. These guys can catch up, though. So I think they've probably had it. And... Oh, okay. I might be able to chase them down. However... I think... You aren't very quick, actually. Your movement isn't as good as I thought it was. As I thought it's supposed to be. Strange. Oh, it's because you've got to go around the cliff, I suppose. I don't know. I don't know. God, that's a long way. I really thought gargoyles were quicker than this, you know? Alright, well, you just head down that way, I suppose. You also... Oh, yeah, okay. You head there. You head here to attack, if you would. Excellent. You... Okay, this is actually going to be a little tricky. Those guys are pretty solid. That's concerning. Just in a little 1v1, they might win here. Alright, more damage to the Psycho Mune, please. I mean, that would be nice to grab as well. That old one artifact. I don't know what kind it is. Increases damage. Nice, be 20% extra damage. That'll really help. Now, you guys, if you could start heading south as well. Excellent. Or Genestealers. Always got to be stealing genes. We'll have a couple Hive Tyrants soon as well, which will be really, really charming. Yeah, you hold position. You... I guess just, like, stand here and hold position. I just don't want to be close enough that they'll ever spot me. But we got pretty good range. Sort of, you know, on the view there. But yeah, this is interesting. We've got land speeders. I think land speeders might be an interesting hurdle for us. Because we can't do that much damage. How are we for armor penetration? Only 2 on our rending claws. They're called rending claws. They have rending. Increases damage and armor penetration. You'd think that would be... If it was a rending thing, it would be better against armor, but apparently not. So yeah, things like Terminators and stuff, it's going to get tricky. It's going to get tricky to deal with them. There's no building slots on that one. 3 on there, though. We'll do loyalty, research, and then infantry. Same as we did for the other one. Here, though, let's do loyalty. So to build a couple loyalty buildings, because what each one is 6. So we'll try and get back into the black. Even though we're not going to have enough... we may have enough population. I'm really surprised population is keeping pace. I find that really unusual. Okay. I mean, not great for us, really. They've been enslaved. Okay, that's great. Oh god, and they're flyers. They're flyers. Right? Aren't they? Wait, hang on. Are they not... Do they not count as flyers? But they're definitely flying. I'm very confused by this. Why aren't I seeing flyers on them? So I can't wipe them out. Weird. That's really unusual. I don't know how or why I can do that. Yeah, I need to keep them a little further back, apparently. Okay, let's see. Yeah, you just keep attacking them, I suppose. You go for that. You grab this. And, okay. Going with some Assault Marines as well. They've almost wiped out our Genestealers here, which is very sad. But we can do big damage to them. Very nice. And yeah, we've got a lot of Genestealers that can push south and then across. So I think that's fine. But yeah, these guys are annoying. But I think we'll have them. I think we'll have them. Shouldn't take long. Anyway, we'll have these guys too. But they're dead, certainly. Certainly dead. Well, no, can't quite kill one. I'm going to try, though. I'm going to try. I'm going to try. So not bad. Got a bit of damage in. Oh, and you can take out that web brigade. Perfect. Which really, I should have waited for Malanthrope to be closer. That would have been better. And yeah, I'm still not eating any of the map because we're doing fine for food. But I want my influence to be high so I can keep getting Hive Tyrants. One more turn, we'll have a Hive Tyrant. Amazing. Okay, these Genestealers are new. They can head south. These Genestealers can also keep moving. You aren't building anything. We should fix that. Loyalty building, please. And do I actually need another research building here? Probably not. Probably not. I'm going to do 2 loyalty buildings. And a... Oops. There we go. That one. Yeah, I want a brood nest is what I want. That also puts up loyalty a little bit too, which is nice. So it's by 1, and every building you have that is manned will lower your loyalty by 1. Well, no. Every population you have is lowered by 1, but then, you know, hopefully they're all manning something, but whatever. So basically, the population that is manning that thing won't cost you any loyalty, is basically how that works. Which is pretty nice. Yeah, pretty nice that that's a thing. Enslavers being enslavey, yep. And Assault Marines. The howl of jump-pack turbines heralds the meteoric descent of the Assault Marines. It sure does. I mean, I didn't hear anything. I just sort of saw them later, which is a bit disappointing. But it is what it is. Another Malanthrope, please. These are... Well, you know what? I was saying, you know, food, we're doing great. Are we? Are we doing great? Might need another food building. Because we are spending quite a lot with so many... You know, having so many settlements. All producing stuff. Yeah, I need these guys to just step out of the way. Because this is frustrating, actually. This is annoying. These guys are annoying. Malanthropic. Gustav for jelly. Flagellite. I don't know, whatever. We have a thing. Increased research gained. When enemies die in the area of a Malanthrope. Very nice. An unusual adaptation of the Malanthropic form. Gustav flagellae are filament-thin tendrils that surround the Malanthrope like a fleshy, wriggling cloud. Fun. It's presumed that they enable the Malanthrope to gather and retain more genetic data from recently deceased enemies. Fun. There's also a Whirlwind down here. This is going to be a pain too. The Whirlwind is the Adeptus Astartes' foremost artillery tank, highly mobile despite its fire support role. Hate it. Hate it. Hate it. Oh, there's still one in there. No, there's not. Excellent. We are tearing through these guys. As long as we keep killing things, then they'll be dead. Primaris Intercessors, huh? Also, they have a captain. Alright, let's tear up these Intercessors. I forgot I gave them all the DLC. Very sad. Very sad for us. Ooh, good. We'll kill a couple of Psychonuine. And I don't really want you running through Wireweed, honestly. So maybe you just keep where you are. Let's run you in there. Yeah, there is a captain. Which is going to be a bit of a tricky one. He's probably going to be quite good. Yeah, we like 1.9 damage. It'll take a long time. However, we do have this lad. He seems good. Let's give him a combat stimulant. And we'll give him the Zote Hide Jerkin, which gives him extra 100% healing rate and plus 3 hit points, which is actually quite a lot of hit points. Extra for a hero. Because they don't take much damage, generally. 30 health this guy's got. Hive Tyrants are scary. He's also got Jink. We can level him up one already. Puts up Loyalty. Ooh, fun. Yeah, okay. Psychic Screen's pretty good too, but let's put up Loyalty. Because, yeah, that's going to help all of our cities. So you can't really complain about that, can you? So, you know, stop complaining about that, will ya? You complainers. Alright, I'm going to move you up there, so if this guy does move here, I can attack him with a couple of Genestealer units. Alright, let's move you over here. Who else hasn't moved? You haven't, though I can't really. You can't really do anything there either. We'll just, you know, I say that. We do Toxic Miasma. Oh, we do have this Grasping Tail. This will lower the amount of attacks this guy's got. So I might as well. Interesting. These Genestealers will move as well. Are we still producing Genestealers? We are. We should probably queue up another couple. We do have another Hive Tyrant on the way. And we are about to get another Loyalty building built. We are going to need to get food, though. We'll go here. We'll get an extra 5% food from buildings there. So we'll take that over in a minute. You sit tight, I think. That's all I need you to do. Now, Ripper Dispersion. We need the acquisition radius up, I think. Reduced cost of founding new cities, also quite useful. The building isn't a bad idea either, but I just don't think our population is ever going to keep up with the amount we can build. Increases armor penetration of short-range weapons. Don't think it's the right weapons. You know, we need, like... Oh, increase the growth rate of Tyranid cities. You know what? Maybe we can get a growth rate quite high then. We'll have to see. I just need, like, tech that puts up... yeah, there we go. Armor penetration of melee weapons. It's tier 6. Ugh. Yeah, our Genestealers are going to let us down a bit later on against, you know, if it's armor every day. Yeah, this is a bit iffy, isn't it? And this is only one faction we're up against. We have 2 other factions to kill. Can you stop with the murdering me? I lost a couple units, but that's fine. That's only 2 turns worth of, you know, recruitment. Although the enemy can recruit probably a lot of this stuff within a turn or 2. So they are limited, though. They are limited. So the Space Marines can only ever have 1 city, which means even with, like, maximum production, they can only ever recruit 1 tank per turn, 1 infantry per turn, 1 hero per turn, right? They're limited. So as long as you can kill more than 1 tank per turn, then they're done, right? Then that's it. Victory. Okay. I love the no overwatches. It's amazing. You just get in there, do a murder, have a laugh, have a fun old murder. I kind of hate this though. The wireweed there. I should have moved the. Yeah, I should have moved across. We can do a toxic miasma as well. I don't think that affects us, which is nice. I could also do the grasping tail, of course. Is that selected? Yes. Okay, I've done a toxic miasma on them. Which did a bit of damage. Is that all it does? It's just an attack. Oh, I'm being silly. I was thinking it was the other kind of thrope. It was not the venom thrope. They leave the tile on the ground. I was thinking we could start stinking up the ground. Really stupid of me. That was silly. That was silly. So we're not destroying 1 per turn just yet. But soon. Soon. Also, did we kill the enemies that we wanted to kill? No, they ran up over here. You little swine. Look, I'm coming to get you, alright? I'm coming to get you. Also, okay, it doesn't recommend us building any cities down here. We do have a hive tyrant who is very close. And we found their city. Okay, this is looking pretty bad for them. The fortresses of redemption are going to do some big damage to us too, though. They're going to be a bit of a pain. How long to kill you? Oh, not too bad. Few turns, though. Few turns. So we found the Space Marine city. And, yeah, they have a Razorback as well. Which I think, yeah, it could do some damage. Nothing major. I mean, it's a transport, first and foremost, but it does have a, like, twin-linked heavy bolters on the top. And add a storm bolter as well. So, you know. Not bad for chewing up infantry. Not bad at all. But I'd say we're not bad either. Speaking of not bad, do you know what's not bad? The length of this episode. That's my attempt at a segue to say that we're done. A gargoyle's not flying. Are they actually not flying? That's very strange. I thought that they were flying on account of them flying, you know? But they can't go there. What is up with that? Why aren't gargoyles flying units? Because, you know, you can see them too, right? Anyway, whatever. Ooh, what was it? That's it. Control H. Brilliant. I remembered how to remove the HUD. Anyway, guys, we're going to end the episode here. In fact, let's go look at our Space Marine enemies, because they're more exciting. So, guys, things are hotting up already in our ridiculous Genestealer conquest game. I mean, this might be completely, like, it's obviously not balanced. Like, I haven't really tested this particularly well to see if this would work as a gameplay mode, you know, as a fun scenario. But it is a fun scenario, just rampaging with Genestealers and trying to build as many cities as possible, just to churn out as many as possible. There's something really fun about this. It's sort of like a Zerg rush, I suppose. I've never played StarCraft, but, you know, you learn it through osmosis, don't you? Just in contact with the internet, you'd learn what a Zerg rush is. Which was pretty funny, because StarCraft was Blizzard's attempt at just sort of doing a Warhammer 40k, just like Warcraft was. So this is basically a Zerg rush, you know? But technically these guys did it first. Guys, I hope you're enjoying this. If you are, comment, like, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys.